Alright, so then we'll give you guys detail look at this Monger from Hot Toys, and this thing is massive. The box size is basically the same as Hulk. Yeah, even the depth is a bit. This is pretty much similar to Hulk. So let's take a look at the figure and all the accessories that he comes with. Alright, and here we have Monger outside the packaging and all the accessories that he comes with. First, you have the I think it's Jeff Bridges head sculpt right there, Obadiah, and you get his necklace right there, and then you get two boosters for his flight mode, and then a rocket. Alright, and the height of Monger is about 18 inches in height. Let's see. It's the full ruler. If his head is down, then yeah, he's exactly 18 inches. And since I have him open, let's take a look at that head sculpt of Obadiah. And the likeness is it's quite impressive. Look at that. Very impressive indeed. And again, there's the necklace. And this body does not come out of this figure, as we all know. There's the top of Monger. And you got them all opened up. I love this figure. And yes, it does have the two cracks on his hips, just like every other Monger. Let me show you guys real quick where the cracks are. And here are the first, whoops, too close. First one's right there, clearly see it. And the other one's over on this side, and you can clearly see it over there as well. Okay, so after messing with this figure for quite a bit, I know how the articulation works here. Basically, will this crack affect the articulation? Immediate answer is not really, because from the looks of it, well, eventually it might, I don't know. But see, here there's basically this whole piece has a peg that protrudes into his thigh area. So it looks like right here at this area there's a peg that runs through it, runs through his hip area. So it will go right through, and the crack is above it, so it should be okay, because the weight is still on here and not on here. Here, same with this side. You can see a little bit of something over here. That's basically where the peg runs through his hip area. So it's swing in and out like so. And the cool thing about this is the piston moves with him too, so that's nice. And since I'm over here, I might as well talk about the articulation around the hips. Basically, it's a swivel joint. It's a V crotch, and it swivels right there, and it swings in and out right there. And underneath here, there's a thigh for rotation. So as far as articulation around the hips, it is very functional. You could definitely get a lot of range of motion out of this hips here, and the legs here are just hinge. And for the ankle, it does pivot left and right, and it folds together for the flight mode. The waist, there's a swivel joint right there, and then the shoulders, there's a ball and socket joint around the chest area, and then also a ball hinge, so his arm could swing in and out and rotate 360. And he also has a hinge elbow, and the piston moves with him. That's kind of neat. And oh, here's a swivel joint around the bicep too. This whole section here. this and this right there, it'll rotate. So that's kind of neat. And it looks like he has ball jointed wrists and articulated fingers. And the on-off switch for the palm is right there. And the on-off switch for the chest and the head is back here, right there. And here you can see his chest lights up, and also the eyes. The neck articulation is very limited, and it only do a little bit of looking up and swivel around, but that's about it. And here we have our Monger all covered up, and basically these two panels right here, this and this, you pull out and slide down, and then the chest basically push out and then slide down, and the head just opens up like so. There's our Monger. And they mentioned in the instruction booklet and instruction flyer that you need to watch out for is this piston has to go above the section and not underneath it when you're rotating the arm. And pistons, they all move. The ones over his shoulder moves, the ones on his back moves, and then everything moves. The pistons around his hips, and then the legs, everything. So let's give him the boost. And so the instruction will tell you to push this whole flap down and then close up the feet, and then put the booster on his back and extend those panels down, and yeah, there you go, the flight post. And you can see the other leg, I didn't do it, so it looks like that. Well, this one I did it, looks like this. Quite neat, actually. Don't fall, Monger, and this is how it looks from the front with it. So it's kind of like that. Oh, and the rocket comes out of his back. You basically open up these two panels. There you go. Open up these two panels and then slide this thing all the way out. Here you can see it's out, and if you maneuver his arm, put his arm back a little bit, then you should be able to lower the rocket area down a bit more. And once you move the arm back a little bit, the pistons will lower, and you'll be able to level the rocket up a little bit better. Yeah, so there's the rocket on him. Quite neat, quite nice. I like it. Love this figure. It is very massive. And I think it's worth the purchase. And here's a closer look at some of the parts on him. There's his head. I like the texturing on him quite a bit. Some rockets. These are not removable. Those hands are nice. This one. I think Hot Toys did a really good job with sculpting this thing. Quite a neat looking figure, that is for sure. There's the arc reactor. And his neck could have been a little bit shorter because I don't think his head comes up that high up. outside of him. Yeah, a very impressive figure for sure. And the Ironmonger could look up a little bit, but just not down. That's a shame. This is how far down he could look. Basically, he could only look straight. So yeah, still, very impressive figure. And here's the height difference between Ironmonger and Mach 3. And scale-wise, I think this guy is perfect in scale with the Mach 3 and all the other Ironmans. So yeah, highly recommend this guy. Yeah, if you can find him, at a good price, I say get it. And don't expect any without the cracks on his hip area, because they all have them. That's just a manufacturer defect. So yeah, there you go, the Ironmonger from Hot Toys. Thanks for watching.